In this video, we will reveal 10 daily habits that can damage your liver and how to stop them before it's too late. Liver disease causes around 2 million deaths every year around the globe, and you may be on the slippery slope to being one of them without ever knowing it. Stick around to the end of this video so you too can find out how to love your liver better. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only, so do speak to your doctor if you have any medical conditions. Number 1. Drinking too much alcohol. If you see drinking more as a hobby than a vice, then maybe it's time to rethink how you spend your Friday nights. Alcohol is one of the most notorious substances that can cause long-term damage to your liver. In fact, alcohol causes 4 out of 5 liver-related fatalities. That's because our livers are put in charge of breaking down the alcohol that we drink, sifting through the toxins and causing fat to accumulate in your liver, resulting in a condition called alcoholic fatty liver. Not only does alcohol cause fat buildup in our liver, but it also causes inflammation. The inflammation is caused by our livers doing overtime trying to process the alcohol in our bodies, especially during wild nights of binge drinking. The increased fat levels coupled with inflammation is a surefire combo that can lead to permanent liver damage in the long run. Number 2. Smoking is another vice that's sure to put your liver in a vice grip. Most of us are quite aware of the health hazards of smoking, but not enough people acknowledge the effect that it has on our liver. This is because cigarettes and other smokes that we huff actually contain a lot of harmful toxins. These toxins cause oxidative stress on our body, including our liver. Oxidative stress causes our liver to deteriorate over time, leaving us more vulnerable to liver injury and fibrosis, a condition that leaves our livers scarred. Not only that, but smoking also affects our body's antibody production. This means that smoking is basically laying out the red carpet for any potential diseases or viruses that could affect your liver. It's also worth mentioning that smoking promotes inflammation throughout the body as well, contributing to our liver's risk. Number 3. High sugar diet. Eating copious amounts of sugar every day isn't just unhealthy for your liver, it's unhealthy for your entire body. Eating a meal high in sugar means that we are eating fat that our body just hasn't processed yet. This fat, called glucose, can be used as energy by the body. But too much glucose and you face the risk of your liver absorbing the leftover fat that wasn't used as energy. As we've said before, high fat deposits in our body can lead to our livers eventually being replaced by these fat cells, leading to a condition called non-alcohol related fatty liver disease. Not only is fat a concern, but inflammation is as well. High sugar intake can trigger inflammation in the body, including the liver. Drugs such as over-the-counter medication have just as much of an effect on your liver as any other strong drug. Some medications, when used chronically or for an extended period, may pose a risk of liver damage. This is especially true for drugs that are metabolized in the liver, such as pain medications, antifungal drugs, and some antibiotics. As for illicit drugs, they may directly damage liver cells or cause indirect harm through a combination of factors such as increased body temperature, dehydration, and compromised blood flow to the liver. All these drugs also may have unprecedented medical reactions with each other, potentially increasing the risk of liver damage. Next habit is the lack of sleep, which is considered one of the leading causes for fatty liver disease. Numerous studies have now linked poor sleeping patterns to an increased risk of fatty liver disease. A lack of sleep at night and excessive morning napping contribute to poor sleeping habits. This is because our body operates on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, and this internal clock signals regular functions throughout the body. One such function is the production of enzymes and hormones that benefit the overall health of our livers. Another function that is affected by our circadian rhythm is our glucose metabolism, of our body's ability to break down sugars. These sugars or fats can contribute to the fat deposits on our liver, leading to a disease called the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Number 6 is the insufficient intake of water. When we are in need, water serves as the ultimate life-giving fluid that has the capacity to renew both ourselves and our liver. Failure to drink water regularly often leads to small bouts of dehydration, which cause a myriad of health concerns. One such concern is the decrease in our blood volume, affecting the blood flow to important internal organs such as the liver. The liver relies on adequate blood flow to perform its functions efficiently. Reduced blood volume can potentially impair the liver's ability to filter and process toxins from the blood, leading to an unhealthy accumulation of fat and toxins. Not only does a lack of water lead to an accumulation of fat and toxins in our liver, but it also increases the amount of fat and toxins that the liver has to filter out. Number 7. Leading a lazy lifestyle. Not only do you not get anything done around the house, but your insides also take an unhealthy toll. Living a sedentary lifestyle means you get the minimal amount of physical exertion in your everyday life, leading to increased chances of obesity, a condition that only accelerates our liver's deterioration. Excess body weight, especially abdominal fat, is closely linked to the development of fatty liver disease and other metabolic conditions. Living a sedentary lifestyle is also linked to insulin resistance, a condition in which cells become less responsive to insulin. Insulin resistance is associated with metabolic disorders and an increased risk of fatty liver. Additionally, because of the lack of physical activity, our body's blood flow becomes suboptimal. This has potential negative effects on our liver's overall health and function. Number 8. Living a stressful life. The next time someone tells you that stress is killing you, then you better start listening because it's true. Contrary to what others may say, mental stress actually has a huge effect on our physical body. One such effect is small bouts of inflammation, a well-known factor of liver health. Prolonged inflammation can affect liver function and contribute to conditions such as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and liver fibrosis. Stress also triggers the release of stress hormones such as cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine. These hormones, particularly cortisol, can influence our body's metabolic processes, including those in the liver. Number 9. Eating food that you haven't prepared by yourself is another bad habit that could lead to your early onset liver disease. Knowing what you eat is very important when it comes to protecting your liver, and you can't really trust the fry cooks at Burger King to give you the healthiest meal ever. In fact, most dine-in restaurants use a secret ingredient to make most of their food taste amazing. The answer lies in the butter, more fat. So, if a restaurant wants to serve you a delicious meal that will keep you coming back, it's best to assume that it's because they use massive amounts of salt, fat, and maybe even sugar. As previously mentioned, the consumption of an unhealthy diet rich in fat and sugar has the potential to cause an accumulation of fat in our liver, ultimately placing us at risk for developing irreversible fatty liver disease. The final habit is living in a stage of denial. As humans, denial is the first stage of grief. The reason why liver diseases have gone rampant in the world is because we often overlook or choose to ignore most of the symptoms related to fatty liver disease. Most of you watching may likely brush your symptoms off as momentary, when in reality they should be taken seriously. We highly recommend that any sign, no matter how small, should be taken seriously. With that said, here are a few ways to take proper care of your liver. The first step into maintaining a healthy liver is fixing your diet. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins will provide your body with the nutrients it needs to maintain its defenses. Replacing the unhealthy fat we get from chicken skin and other fried foods with healthy fats, such as those found in avocados and nuts, is also a great dietary change if you are taking care of your liver. Portion size is also a huge factor to consider, especially when obesity runs rampant. Staying hydrated daily will also support overall health, encouraging proper circulation and supporting your liver through its metabolic processes. Engaging in regular physical activity also has similar effects on our body, burning fat while encouraging proper circulation. But probably the biggest way to care for your liver is to practice moderation. All of the vices on our list, such as alcohol and fast foods, are all healthy if taken in moderation. These may sound like a lot of sacrifices, but it's worth it to be a liver lover.